This weekend, I'm going to a tournament where we're only allowed to use one ball, and it's this ball right here, the PBA Skill Ball from Teen Masters. So I'm gonna show you guys what it does in comparison to my other balls, but this thing's basically a plastic ball. And I'm basically the plastic king. I'm going to demonstrate to you guys what my plastic ball does, what my urethane ball does, what that ball does, which should be probably in between the two of them, and then kind of explain to you guys why I'm throwing that ball this weekend and the tournament format that the youth are bowling that we're going to participate in. I told you guys I'm a plastic king. So Teen Masters, it's a tournament for youth bowlers on a really hard pattern, and everybody has the same opportunity because they're all using the exact same ball. We got the Pearl urethane, which is basically an upgraded version of plastic, and I'm bowling the PBA Skill Ball tournament this weekend against some of the top bowlers in the world. How many is that, 3 in a row? In the past, they've done tournaments that are 36 feet and 42 feet, just like the one that we're bowling. And it's really just two different patterns, but both super, super low volume. That way, your plastic or your really hard urethane ball still hooks plenty. It'll look like a normal bowling ball, even though it's plastic. Hey! But you can see how much more my purple hammer hooks in comparison to like the PBA Skill Ball, which is just hooking a little more than my plastic. The PBA only sent us one, and it's the only option we have because we are bowling with one bowling ball. So it is truly like a one ball tournament from the PBA.
Spares and everything.
Spares and everything, doesn't matter. I'm going to Detroit and I'm bringing this ball only. Probably the first time in my life I'm going to a tournament and I'm not bringing 6. That is one of the hard things too, like with the patterns being so low volume. Normally I would hit it with a lot of surface to make it hook more, but I'm a little nervous about my spare game going a little south if I do hit my ball with a lot of surface. I've struck a lot, but there's like no drive for the pins. And as you can see, my plastic ball, way straighter than that. My urethane ball, way more hook than that. I'll throw one shot with reactive just to give you guys the full span, and then I'll bowl a game and hopefully shoot. I think the goal score is gonna be like 210. I think I could shoot 210 or above with it. I was standing on 25 with the reactive ball. With the urethane ball, I was standing about 20. With the PBA Skill Ball, I was standing on like 16. And then with the plastic ball, I was standing on like 12. So definitely a massive spread. And this PBA Skill Ball 3.02 is on the very, very lower end of it. Barely more than a plastic.
Are there gonna be any two-handers competing in this event besides you?
I'm not 100% sure the list, but I know EJ will be there. EJ's basically a 3-hander. He has more revs than all of the 2-handers probably put together. I'm assuming Kyle Troop will be there. Sam Cooley's gonna be there. Sean Lavery Spar is gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Matt Ogle is gonna be there, and I'm not sure the other 2 players. I'm gonna truly give it the real practice run. I'm shooting my spares with it too. So I brought all these balls out, but I'm sticking with the 1 for this game. I wanna strike, I don't wanna miss any spares, and I wanna keep a clean game. 210, maybe a double or a couple doubles or a triple in there, and then a clean game would be good.
There it is.
I almost risked the clean game early with a 5-10 to start. It's the beauties of throwing plastic.
Immediately show off how weak that ball is.
I told you guys this ball went straight down lane. Every spare, this ball only. We're bowling on like a 40-foot pattern that's very leftover. It's got a lot of games on it, so my ball is hooking. However, it is not as low volume as the patterns I will be bowling on. It's gonna hook early and off. Move a little left here. I don't think I needed to be so deep. Oh, that's too far in. Is it though? Is it too far in? Michael Jordan meme. I'm basically the Michael Jordan of the PBA Tour. If I was to compare myself to an NBA player on the PBA Tour.
Brian Scalabrine.
Brian Scalabrine got a title. This one's gonna be stumping me. Help me down below in the comments. If I was an NBA player, who would I be? Belmo can be like Jordan. Walter Ray can be LeBron because he's got every stat in the world. Someone who's got 2 championships. Can't be James Harden, he's got none. That's money. Oh, I think I am gonna hit my ball to surface. We went 5-pin, 6-pin, so. I know I said I was nervous about shooting spares if I hit my ball to surface, but I don't think I really have a need to be that nervous. I can flatten out my hand enough and manage the spare game, so I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of surface. Not too much, just a little bit. Good old trusty stack of pads. 1,500 to start. I don't wanna like ruin my bowling ball or make it hook too much and then have to go back and shine it up, so. Basically, with a 1,500 pad, I'm just knocking the polish off the ball. I'm gonna move 2 and 1 to the right because I know it's gonna hook a little more. It showed a little more promise with the surface, just a little bit. And now, here's the ultimate test. I just said that I wasn't nervous about shooting spares, and we got the 7-pin standing there, taunting me. The bowling gods always like to test you. Oh, perfect. It basically didn't hook at all. I'm gonna add more surface. Now I'm gonna hit it with some real surface, 800 pad. And you can see the difference. I don't know how the ball rep's doing it. Hitting a ball with surface is like a workout in itself. I'm gonna move another 2 and 1 to the right. Make sure the speed's slow. Get my hand a little more on the side of it than I was. Yeah, that's perfect. My hand does not need to get more on the side of it. I will tell you that right now. That shot was pretty good and it hooked a lot. Talk about a spare shot that we're gonna be nervous about. Here we go.
Are you anticipating this tournament to be pretty low scoring?
I actually don't think so. I think it is a challenging tournament, but I've bowled on these patterns before. The scores were not low when I took out my plastic ball and started throwing it. Like, there's definitely some hook to the left, definitely some hold inside. So I honestly think the scores aren't gonna be too low. The 800 grip might have been a bit much. I've been trying to throw it at like a slower speed. I think just throwing it at a normal speed would be fine here. And I don't need to play so far right. Oh.
It's like it's easy to get 9 with that one.
It's easy to get 9. I've always felt like when I throw urethane or plastic or a ball that doesn't hook a lot and hit it with a lot of surface, I don't usually split a whole lot. It's just a matter of if I can match my speed and my ball roll up to make it strike. At least I can still make my spares. We're clean, yeah. I'm moving further left. Seems to be some hook out there, so. I can't even shoot 210 anymore. Make my spare, throw a double, and we'll be on our way to 200. I am good with my hand at the bottom. Like, good with my hand at the bottom. 190 is good if I make this spare.
Clean game.
Clean. That's pretty good. See, that's the problem right there. When I think it's pretty good, and then it does that, that's where we have the issues. It's hard to throw good shots and not hit the pocket. So we're gonna figure this thing out. I like to think about it logically. I was a little further left. I kept it a little further in front of me. It hooked too much, too early. I moved 2 to the right. It didn't hook at all, really. So I could throw it with more surface, or I could keep that move inside and just throw it at a slower speed, hit it a little harder. So I'm gonna do that. Because in tournament, I won't be able to hit it with more surface in the middle of the game. That's pretty good again. Very convincing through the pins. I feel like I could shoot 290 right now. I haven't doubled in 45 minutes. My confidence is at an all-time high.
The emotional roller coaster that is ball reaction.
When you got it, it feels like you're unbeatable. Strike and leave. Money! Just like a wrestler does when they're done, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. If you guys want to stick around for more videos like this one, click that subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell, and as always, we have a link down in the description to follow along for our giveaways that we're running. So don't be afraid, click that link. Peace. Thank you. I love you all.